Hello and welcome back to Apply Digital Skills. I'm thrilled to see so many familiar faces returning for week 3. And if you are joining us for the very first time, a warm welcome to you too. So far, we've explored the inner workings of our computers and mastered essential skills such as organizing files and folders and navigating the desktop. Today, we are stepping into the digital fast lane. So that is, we are going to do connecting to the internet. That's your gateway to global opportunities. So whether you are learning for your school, for work, or for personal growth, understanding how to connect to the internet, browse, and save information online is a must-have skill in today's digital economy. This session will empower you to connect to Wi-Fi securely, also use web browsers like Chrome, Edge, or Firefox, Opera, etc. Finally, create and manage bookmarks to save time and stay organized. These are the skills that will help you research smarter, work faster, and even earn online. So let's get you online and browsing like a pro. But before we dive in, take a moment to say hi in the chat and share one thing you are hoping to learn today. Your input helps shape the session and makes it more interactive for everyone. So let's start with the basics. How do we actually get online? Whether at home, in the office, or on the move. There are two primary ways to connect to the internet. They are using the Wi-Fi or the Ethernet. So Wi-Fi is the wireless option most of us use every day. It's like invisible internet magic floating through the air. You can connect your laptop, smartphone, tablets, and even smart TVs, all without using a cable. It's convenient, flexible, and available in many public places like the parks, hotels, airports, and even hostels. But convenience sometimes comes at the cost of speed and stability. Now, the second option is the Ethernet. On the other hand, using the Ethernet, which is a wired connection, is also a second option. It uses a physical cable that runs from your router directly into your computer. Think of it as a private superhighway for your data. It's very fast and stable and also secure. For if you are actually downloading large files or playing competitive online games or attending a critical video meeting, the Ethernet is your best bet for that. Now, let's make it interactive. I'm going to ask you these few questions, and I want you to use the chat to answer the question. How are you connected to the internet right now? Type your answer in the chat window. A, using the Wi-Fi. B, using the Ethernet cable. C, using a mobile data on your phone. D, not sure. I just want us to see how our digital classroom is connected today. Okay, today the most popular ways to stay connected and stay online are through using mobile data and Wi-Fi. You and I knows that this is really true. Mobile data is perfect for smartphones and tablets. It keeps you connected wherever you go. While Wi-Fi, on the other hand, connects all your devices, your phones, your tablets, your laptops, and your desktops through a wireless signal from a router or a hotspot. Popular. So to use on your smartphone or tablet, you need to turn it on. There are two easy ways to do this. Swipe down from the top of your screen to open the notification panel, then tap the mobile data icon, or select setting. Then from the setting, depending on your device, you can choose network and internet or more connection settings. From there, you have mobile network. You click on mobile network or mobile data. Then when it comes on, you see mobile data. So you can now toggle on or off to turn on your mobile data on your mobile device. So this is the mobile data. Okay. So aside using mobile data, you can also use the Wi-Fi. Now the question is, does your computer or your laptop or desktop have a Wi-Fi? Because before connecting to a Wi-Fi device, you need to check to know if your laptop or desktop has a built-in Wi-Fi device. We are going to perform a simple check on how to do that on your system. Okay, what you do is simple. Press Windows logo plus X on the keyboard. From the context menu that appears, look for Device Manager and click on it. Now from the Device Manager window, look for Network Adapter. See Network Adapters, then expand it. Then check for any of the devices that has wireless. Now this is Bluetooth device, that means this system has Bluetooth device. Then this one is dual band wireless, so that means the system has wireless. Now if you look through and you did not see anything wireless, you know that your system does not have wireless device connected to it. Now you can also right click this PC or my computer, then click on show more options, then select manage. From the manage window, look for Device Manager. Then within the Device Manager pane, here you now locate Network Adapters and expand it. Then that's how also you can get it. So that's it. So if your system does not have Wi-Fi, the easiest and most affordable solution is to use a USB modem. Here's how to use it. Buy a USB modem from a trusted vendor. Plug it into your USB port, that is your computer's USB port, whether you're using desktop or a laptop system. Then install the drivers, which is usually automatic or via a setup file. Then configure the connection settings as guided. Now you are connected online. The settings are actually guided. You just follow the we've done how to install a software before, so you just follow the instruction on the prompt there, which is the wizard, then you get the modem installed and then select connect. But if your system has a Wi-Fi, that is a Wi-Fi device, you can connect using a mobile hotspot. Here's how you do that on your smartphone or tablet. You simply swipe down and you select hotspot from there, or you go to settings, go to hotspot and tethering, then turn on your mobile hotspot on your laptop, on your mobile device, that's your smartphone or your whatever or tablet. Then you now select the Wi-Fi icon, then find the phone's hotspot name and note it. Then you can now enter the password. Now I'm going to show you this, and let me show you how to do this. Okay, to turn on hotspot in your mobile phone is simple. You swipe down and look for hotspot, then select it, and it will come on. It will come on. Just select it once and it will come on. Then you will notice that the hotspot is on here when you see this icon here. Then another way is to go through setting, your phone setting. So you select setting. When setting comes up, depending on the device you're using, you can see tethering and hotspot. Here you have Wi-Fi hotspot. Then you can toggle on and off here to turn it on. Now when it's on, you have to look for setting, set up Wi-Fi hotspot. You click on it, then type a name for your hotspot, then type a password. Now this is the name for my hotspot, Kmacims. Then you type in your password here for security reason purpose, so that someone will not connect to your hotspot without you knowing it. You don't need to leave it open. So the moment this is set up, whenever you turn on your hotspot, the system which has a Wi-Fi will now be able to see the hotspot once it is on. Then you can now connect your system through your phone or any other mobile device. Okay, so with your hotspot turned on in your phone or mobile device, what you need to do is to go to the system tray and locate the wireless network icon, which is this. Then here you click on it to search for availability of mobile networks here. So here I have this solid here, and I have Kmacims, which is the name on my hotspot in my mobile device. So I'm going to click on it, and I'm going to click on connect automatically. What this does is that every time my hotspot is on, my system will be connected automatically. So I will now click on connect. Now because it requires a password, that's for security, so that any other person will not connect to it except the person has my password. You find out that this will not connect. What I'm going to do is to enter the password. I will need to enter the password so that it can now connect. It's still checking network requirements, but particularly you just click on this, then enter the password on your hotspot, then the connection will take effect. So aside from using your mobile hotspot, there's still another way to connect your laptop or desktop to the internet. That's through the MiFi. A MiFi is a portable wireless router that connects you to the internet. All you need to do is to turn on the device and wait for it to broadcast a Wi-Fi signal. So on your computer, you click the Wi-Fi icon and select the MiFi network, then enter the password, just the same way you do for your mobile hotspot, just exactly the same way. Yet the last but not the least, yet more expensive way to connect is through a wireless router. If you are at home or in the office, you can use a wireless router to connect to the internet. To connect, make sure the router is powered on and connected to the internet. On your laptop or desktop, click the Wi-Fi icon and select your router's network name and enter the password, just the same way you do to your hotspot using your mobile device. Whether you're using a wireless router, a MiFi, or your smartphone or tablet hotspot, you connect your computer, laptop, or desktop using the same method. The difference is that the device you are using is different. If you are using a router, you simply configure the router so that your system will see and locate the router once the wireless router is on, or MiFi is on, or your hotspot is on. And do always click on the automatically connect icon once you set it up, so that whenever it's on, it will automatically connect on its own. Now that you are connected to the internet, you need a special tool to explore it, and that tool is called a web browser. A web browser is probably the most used software on your computer, and it is also used for good reasons. Let's break it down using this simple analogy. Imagine the internet as a massive worldwide network of roads. Websites are the destinations. The websites are the shops, the libraries, the homes, etc. Your web browser is the car that drives you to the destination. Without it, you are stuck at a starting line. So the web browser is quite important if you want to navigate online. It's so important. There are so many web browsers on the internet you can download, but some of the most popular browsers that you can use, or that people usually use, include the Google Chrome. It is quite fast, flexible, and widely used. We also have the Mozilla Firefox, which is an open source software and very privately focused. Then we also have the Safari, which is usually optimized for Apple devices. There are still so many other ones like the Opera, the Edge, which is a web browser that usually comes with Windows operating system, the Edge, or former Internet Explorer. Many of them are there. Okay, they all do the same basic job, helping you visit websites, search for information, and interact with online content. Choosing one is mostly about personal preference. I cannot tell you to use Chrome or Mozilla Firefox. You can try so many of them and make your choice. Me, I use Edge, I use Chrome, I use Firefox, I use Opera. I have so many of them on my system, which I use at will. Most times I use this one for a particular reason and this one for a particular reason. So you just pick one which is your favorite, just like picking a car brand. Some people like Toyota, some people like Honda, and that is it. So buckle up and let's launch your browser. When you launch your web browser, in recent times, we have what we call tabs. Tabs are single best feature for managing your time online. Instead of having a dozen different windows open like previously before tabs come in, if you want to open as many websites as possible, maybe when I do research, I used to open different sites, and you have so many of them littered on in your taskbar, open, up to 15, 10 of them there, scattered, and it's difficult for you to be able to navigate through them. But instead of that, tabs came up, and we start using tab. You have them all neatly organized there, and you just use them by switching up from one tab to another. Now I'm going to show you how to use these tabs in your web browser. I'm going to show you how to open a new tab, how to switch between tabs, and how to close a tab. It's just simple. Let me open my window and share my desktop with you. Okay, when you open your web browser, let me use Firefox to illustrate. When you open a web browser, it usually opens one tab, which is the first tab you are seeing. So this is the tab here, the first tab you are seeing. This is the tab. You can actually search the internet from here. You can just search the internet from here and choose whatever you want to choose. Now you can also decide to open another tab by clicking this plus icon here, just next to the open tab. I click here, another tab opens. I can decide to open another website here. I'm going to Reddit. Then you can also open another tab here by clicking the plus icon. I might decide to open Wikipedia here. You can also choose to open another tab. Let me open Amazon here. Now here I have 4 tabs open. The first, the second, the third, and the fourth. Now I can switch between them by using my pointer, my mouse pointer. I point to this tab, click, and it opens. 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 I can actually move between them. I can carry this one and place it here. A way of organizing the tab the way I want it. Maybe I just want to be working from here to here. Then I will just drag this and place it here. Well, apart from clicking on the tab to open it, I can as well use Control and Tab to move between tabs. When you hold the Control key and press the Tab key, it takes you to the next tab. As you can see, my pointer is elsewhere. I'm moving from tab to tab, as many of the tabs that is open. Okay. You can as well use Ctrl plus T to open a new tab. Instead of clicking the plus icon, you press Ctrl plus T, it opens a new tab for you. That's the shortcut you can use. Now, I close this tab mistakenly. What I'm going to do is to use Ctrl plus Shift plus T to recall it back, because I mistakenly clicked on the tab. Let me assume mistakenly I closed the Twitter tab. I will press Ctrl plus Shift plus T, then it comes back for me. So that's how you work with the tabs. Remember, you just use the tab to organize what you are searching for all in one window, just one single window. Mozilla Firefox, you have all the tabs in that place, and you can move from one tab to another by clicking or by using the Control and the Tab key, and that's how you work with it. Okay, so now that you understand how to work with tabs in your web browser, let's look at bookmarks. Working with bookmarks. If you have a few websites that you visit every single day, now it is important that instead of typing the URL or the website address in your address bar every single day to visit that site, it's better you begin to bookmark the website. Let me take for example, every single day you check your email or visit a news site. Maybe you visit Punch or Vanguard News, or you visit YouTube every single day. Now, instead of typing the address each time and every single day, you should bookmark them. Now, bookmark means saving a website address so you can return to it quickly without searching or typing the full URL of that website. It's like marking a favorite page in a book. You don't have to flip through everything to find it again. Now I'll share my screen to show you how to bookmark a website, where to find your bookmarks, and how to organize them into folders so your browser stays neat and efficient. Okay, let me still continue with my Mozilla Firefox, which is already open. I have these tabs here, and let's take for example, I usually visit Vanguard News every single day. I will have to, let me search for Vanguard. I don't really know the address, but let me use google.com. Okay, then I'll search for Vanguard News. Okay, now it has come up, and I will click on it. Okay, when the Vanguard News opens, for example, now since that's what I usually do every single day, it's very easy. It will not be necessary for every single day I will start typing vanguard.com, vanguardngr.com. Every single day I will type vanguardngr.com to be able to open Vanguard News. It will be best for me to bookmark this. So to bookmark is very simple. All I need to do is to click this star icon here. If I'm bookmarking this amazon.com, I'll also click this star icon here. The same thing to any single website that you are browsing through. So I will just click this star icon, and it shows me a bookmark. So it asks me to name my bookmark. The name is okay for me: Vanguard News, Nigeria, politics, and all the rest of them. Now, very important, it's going to ask me the location where I'm going to place the bookmark. Now there are still some locations here: bookmark toolbar, bookmark menu, and other bookmarks. So I choose this other bookmark. Then I will now click save. Now I have bookmarked this particular Vanguard News. Now by the next day, for example, I close it. By the next day, if I want to visit Vanguard News, I don't need to come and start typing the URL again. All I need to do is to go to this place, locate bookmarks, and you see recent bookmarks is here already. So I will click on it, and it will open for me straight without me typing in the URL again. Now, a very important aspect of doing this is so that you will not start bookmarking everything you see, and by the time you keep on bookmarking, you find out that most of your bookmarks is going to fill this place, and everywhere will be filled up, and you will now find it difficult to locate what you are looking for. Now what you need to do is to be able to organize your bookmarks by creating folders. Now how do you do that? It's very simple. Actually, when you click to create a bookmark, let me take for example Wikipedia. When you click to choose a bookmark, here you selected this, you can actually click on choose. When you click on choose, you see here I have new folder. So you can click on new folder and type a name. Maybe I'm going to give it my news sites. So I will now press enter and press save. Now I have created another bookmark for Wikipedia, but it is located in a particular bookmark, a particular folder called my news site folder. Now because it's a recent one, that's why you see them here. I can as well click on manage bookmarks. So on manage bookmarks, I can actually do so many things. I can right click here and I can decide to delete this bookmark. I can decide to cut it and move it to this other place. So I have moved it from here to here. So you can copy, cut and paste, then delete a bookmark. You can also add a folder, like I can decide to add a folder as you see there. Right click and add a folder. So these are things you can do with a bookmark. You just have to try the much you can to organize your sites in such a way that it will be easy for you to manage, put them together, sites, emails and so on and so forth, so that you can be able to access them easily, quite easily. So that's it about bookmark. To create one, you click the star. When the dialog box appears, you type a name for it, then choose a location and click save. Within the bookmarks also, you can as well right click here in the recent bookmarks. You can as well right click and delete a bookmark or edit the bookmark. Then you can also, editing, you can change the name, which is mostly the important thing you can do for the bookmark. Then you can as well, within the bookmark, when you right click, you can as well decide to know which folder it belongs to. So it's showing me the folder where the bookmarks belong to. And that's how to work with bookmark. And that's our tour of your internet gateway. You now know how to connect to the internet, how to navigate with a browser, and how to manage your favorite sites using tabs and bookmarks. These are foundational skills that make your digital life smoother and more productive. Now, before we sign off, I love to hear from you. What questions do you have? Feel free to drop them in the chat. I take a few minutes to answer 3 or 4 questions live. So now that you are comfortable driving your car on the internet, our next session is all about reading the map. In session 6, search smarter, not harder. We'll explore how to use search engines like Google, Bing, etc. to find reliable, accurate information very fast and very fast. It's a skill you use every single day, whether you are researching for school, for work, or for personal growth. Until then, keep practicing, stay curious, and I'll see you in the next session on Friday at exactly 6 p.m. Nigerian time. Thank you.